Hello friends, here Dr. BC, and today in this video episode I am going to show you the full performance of La One S. This is my La One S recently purchased from Flipkart at a cost of 10,999 rupees. For our previous video on this phone, please click on the link flashing on your screen. Now in this video episode I am going to show you the full performance review of this phone. Now let's first see the specification of this phone. Now you can see that this phone is running on a MediaTek MT6795 CPU clocked at 2.16 GHz. It has a 8 core and it is running on a Cortex A53 architecture, and the GPU is PowerVR ROG G6200. The device model is La X507. It has a 5.5 inch screen at a resolution of Full HD. The screen density is around 403 dpi, total RAM 3 GB and total internal storage 25.53 GB. And if you see the system, it is running on a Lollipop version 5.0.2 and the API 21. It has no root access. The battery on this phone is from lithium ion and it is of 3000 mAh. Thermal, the minimum temperature on the phone is around 31 and the maximum around 43.6 degrees Celsius. The sensor, it has an accelerometer, proximity, light, orientation, magnetometer, gravity, linear acceleration and rotational vector sensor. So you can see that this phone has a very good hardware specification. Now let's run the first benchmark on this phone, that is AnTuTu benchmark. I had already run this benchmark, so you can see a score of around 51,524 splashing on the screen. If you see the split score, it has a 3D around 11,367, UX 17,263, CPU 16,925, RAM 5,969. So you can see that this phone has a very good specification, and also the AnTuTu give a very pretty score to this phone. And if you see the ranking, this phone is on the 12th of the ranking, just below this LG G4. And let's see the screen test on this phone. This phone has around 10 touch points, but it is very hard to get this 10 touch point on the base of this Sun mica because of electrostatic interaction. You can see that this phone has a 10 touch points, but it is very hard to get that 10 touch point on the base of this Sun mica. So you can see that this phone has a very pretty screen also. Now let's quit the AnTuTu benchmark and let's proceed to the next benchmark on the series, that is Quadrant Standard. Now let's run the full benchmark on this phone. Now the Quadrant Standard has completed. Tap yes to send the benchmark to the server. You can see that the Quadrant Standard has given a very pretty score to this phone, 25,626. And if you see the split score, CPU 1,02,945, memory 11,801, IO 10,415, 2D 500, 3D 2,468. So you can see that the Quadrant Standard has given a very pretty score to this phone. Now let's quit that and let's proceed to the next benchmark on this, that is Nanomark 2. I had already run this Nanomark. You can see that the score is around 59.9 frames per second in a Nanomark version 2.4. So you can see that this phone has very good GPU. Now let's proceed to the next benchmark on the series, that is Geekbench 3. Tap run benchmark to run this benchmark. Now you can see that the Geekbench 3 is completed. The single score is around 973, multi-core 5392, and if you see the single score, the device is top on the list, just above this Samsung Galaxy S5, and multi-score score again above this Samsung Galaxy S5. So you can see that according to the Geekbench 3, this phone has a very good single core and the multi-core processing. Let's quit that and let's see the battery test, and you can see that test result. The score is around 1498, and you can see that battery goes from 100 to 48% in 2 hours 29 minutes and 50 seconds. On the below you can see that around 1 minute 40 seconds it goes to 99%, and after 2 hours 22 minutes 40 seconds it goes to 50%. So you can see that this phone has a very good battery. I had run this benchmark in full brightness mode, so you can see that this phone has very good battery. Now let's quit this Geekbench 3 and proceed to the next benchmark in the series, that is Velmo. I had already run this test. Now let's see the score. The Chrome score around 2671 on this device, browser 2701, Android web view browser 2762. So you can see that this phone scores very pretty on the browser. Now let's see the metal one, and you can see the total score is around 1350, and this phone is just below this HTC One X, which score around 1381. So you can see that the metal score is pretty good. Now let's see the multi-core score. The total score is around 2030, and it is just below this Meizu MX4, which scores around 2052. So you can see that according to this Velmo, this phone has very good single core and the multi-core processing, and also very good browser. Now let's quit that benchmark and proceed to the next benchmark in the series, that is the 3D Mark. As you can see that the Slingshot using ES 3.1 is available for this device. I had already tested this device, and let's see the score. You can see that in a Slingshot using ES 3.1 it scores around 346, and in Slingshot using ES 3.0 502. So you can see that this phone scores very well in this benchmark. The score is not too much high, but the phone performs well in this benchmark. That means this phone is very good for gaming and also for day-to-day performance. So you can see that according to this benchmark, AnTuTu Quadrant, Nanomar 2, Geekbench 3, Velmo and 3D Mark, the phone performance is pretty good and it is very good for gaming. Now let's see a game on this phone. Before running this game, I will show you the viewing angle on this one. You can see that the viewing angle on this one is very good. You can see the display from any extreme edges, and there is no loss in the display. So you can see that the viewing angle on this phone is very good. Now tap play to run this game. You can see that the game rendering is proper and there is no hang or there is no problem while rendering the game on this phone. Now let's see the control on this game. As you can see that the control is working perfectly, there is no issue and the game worked perfectly. So you can see that this phone is very good for gaming. Now let's pause that game and go to the home screen. So you can see that this phone is very good in performance. All of the benchmark that I have shown you in this video review runs perfectly on this phone. There is no issue, there is no problem, and this phone scores well in all of this benchmark. Now this completed the performance review of this La One S. If you like this video, give a thumbs up, share and subscribe. The subscription link shown on your screen, and for more videos on this phone and upcoming gadgets, technology and many more, keep watching BCD Tech. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.